Welcome to Living Well with me, Pat Nogar. Today we are taking you inside of Philadelphia's history. In fact, we are taking you deep inside of America's history. Today we are going to sample the part of City Tavern's menu that I enjoy the most, dessert. I'm joined by Diana Wolkow, who is City Tavern's pastry chef here, who's going to teach us how to marry 18th century desserts, not cuisine, desserts, that part of cuisine that I love the most, with modern times and healthier living. Diana, welcome to Living Well, and thank you so much for having us here in your kitchen.
Thank you very much. We're excited to have you here. Very excited to be on your show. And what do you say we dive in?
I'm ready.
Okay, great. We'll start with our 18th century cobbler, right? That's first on the menu.
So cobbler is really an 18th century staple that was found on most tables during that time. I'm an old Southern girl, right? So I equate cobbler with the dense kind of the dough, the pastry dough on the top and on the bottom.
Right.
But this is different, right?
It is. It's more in the crisp category, but in general, a cooked fruit with a topping, that's kind of the angle we're going
So
for
we're going to
today.
shake this up by using a nutrient that's sort of a dense flour, nutrient-dense flour, nuts and seeds for the topping. And we can also choose fruits that are in season, right? So that we can eliminate the need for a lot of sugar.
That's exactly right.
Okay. So we can replace sugar. Here's a tip. You can replace sugar with more nutritious options like honey or stevia. And they really do taste better than they used to taste, right?
Absolutely.
They used to taste awful and sort of left an aftertaste in your mouth.
Yes,
And
certainly.
now they taste like sugar.
Exactly. And in this particular application, it's going to be easy to, not that we need to mask any other flavor, but, but something simple like this works very well.
So we're going to make this crisp.
That's right.
Which is the 18th century version of cobbler. And what do we start with?
We're going to start with the topping. So we have here 6 ounces
of butter.
That's right. You could use margarine, it's no problem.
But I advocate butter. I mean, butter's been around forever. Margarine has not.
That's right.
We've always managed to live with butter, so why change it now, right?
We've done good so far, so why not? And to this,
our sweetener is honey.
Honey, that's right. Just about 1/3 of a cup here. And we're just going to put that in with the butter.
Okay.
And
I love it.
A smidge of salt. About a half teaspoon.
You know what? And salt really brings out the flavor. People always sort of look at you when you're using salt in a sweet dessert, but it punches up the flavor.
It does. You need it, absolutely, especially with an unsalted butter. Very necessary to bring out that little element. Okay, so this looks.
So we let that mix there.
Just a little bit. This is the texture you're looking for.
So we don't want it to get whipped.
Right.
We just
not creaming.
Okay.
That's right. It's like a cross between a biscuit and just like a cookie dough. You just want a little bit of chips in there so that when it melts, it really creates little pockets and everything.
So it's nice and fluffy.
That's right.
Got it.
So that's perfect. I'm going to add a cup of buckwheat flour.
So this is one of those nutrient-dense flours.
Yes, it is.
That we can use in place of white flour.
Absolutely.
And it performs the same way pretty much, doesn't it?
In this recipe, it absolutely does. It's
Some
not always
you may have
the
to
case.
accommodate it.
That's right. But in this recipe, swap it cup for cup, white sugar, white flour for this buckwheat. And that's going to add.
And it probably gives it a nuttier flavor too.
Yes, a good depth to the topping there as opposed to just sweet.
Sweet.
So we also have some oatmeal, just whole rolled oats.
And I love oatmeal. I do. I just think oatmeal in a dessert recipe is toothsome. It's
it's good texture, another element of flavor. Speaking of which,
this is something new in a cobbler.
Pumpkin seeds.
You're using pumpkin seeds. Now, are they toasted or are they raw?
They are not. They are raw, especially because in the oven the topping will toast. So it will be
so we're gonna add pumpkin seeds.
1/4 cup there. A little half cup of chopped walnuts here.
Oh gosh.
Also some sesame seeds when they toast.
So this is really gonna be have a lot of texture, a lot of flavors in this topping. This is not just throwing some oatmeal on top of
No, this is not dry oatmeal on your fruit.
And of course a little cinnamon.
That's right. You can't go wrong with a little cinnamon.
We're using apple, so you gotta have cinnamon,
Absolutely.
right? Okay. So we mix all of that up.
That's right. Just takes a minute. It doesn't take that long to come together, and you don't want it to clump and form one ball. You're not going to be rolling it out or anything like that. You want it crumbly.
Just get it to come together.
That's right.
Got it.
Okay.
And
that
so we're
looks
done.
pretty much
Oh,
good.
that is that
So as
smells
you can
so
see,
good.
Oh yeah, perfectly fine. No harmful ingredients in there. Eat it raw.
Perfect.
Okay, excellent. So this,
I
we're
would
just
eat a bowl of that just by itself. Okay.
yeah, who wouldn't? So this we're just going to toss in the fridge and keep it a little bit chilled until we're ready to use it.
There you go. And now we're going to do our
now.
base.
That's right. The most important part.
The most important part, which is our Granny Smith apples.
Yes.
Which have a nice tang and bite to them, right?
Very
Perfect kind of
crisp.
apple for this.
That's right. And
Okay.
they're just, you don't have to worry about soaking them in any lemon water or anything like that. We're going to dump cinnamon all over it.
So
no
it doesn't
big
matter.
deal.
Okay, so we don't have to keep them nice and white, right?
That's right.
Okay.
And they're just in bite-sized pieces so
Okay.
that they fit into our containers. And to that, I'm going to add about
Fresh
a tablespoon.
ginger. Okay.
You just can't beat the flavor of the fresh gingers.
Oh, I
Nothing
love
like
that. So we
it.
add our ginger.
That's right. And our
And the honey. Now that's enough. That's our sweetener again.
That's
Okay,
right.
You notice we haven't used sugar.
That's right.
Okay,
So,
so
this is about a quarter cup, a couple tablespoons.
I love that.
Toss that right over the top. Perfect.
Honey really has come into its own, and everybody's paying more attention to it because of the honeybees,
That's right.
who are really struggling to survive right now.
They are. It's a
So
very
this is a
unfortunate
very
circumstance.
precious commodity we're using here.
This
I'm
is
very
true.
grateful to have this.
Me as well.
Okay.
Okay. Excellent.
Oh,
So just
that's
want to.
starting to look. So you just want to get it coated, right?
That's right. Coat the apples just a little bit.
A little bit, because that'll make our ginger and our cinnamon stick nicely, right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Okay. So next, if you'll toss in that little 2 tablespoons.
So this is a little bit of whole wheat flour.
That's right, just
and that's
a
our
bit.
binder. Is that what we're doing with this?
That's going to help
Okay.
everything goo up a little bit. And
I
be
like.
very
See,
nice.
that's a great chef phrase. Have to goo up a little bit. Okay.
it's very
I love very
technical.
technical. Yes. Okay.
And just another pinch of cinnamon, as
Cinnamon.
promised. Just going to give that
And,
one more mix
oh,
together.
boy. Ah, this is smelling so
Right? And it's not even in the
very good.
oven yet.
Not even in the oven. It's smelling so good. It smells like Christmas in here.
Oh,
you know?
this would be a perfect dessert for Christmas.
It is.
Absolutely.
It does smell like Christmas.
Okay, so
So we're going to
here,
use ramekins.
That's
now,
right.
You could do this as a one dessert, and
easily, yes. You
for a
could
crowd.
put it in a Pyrex
or you
dish or
could do
something.
individuals.
Yeah.
And this helps with portion control.
The healthiest part of eating dessert is portion control. That's
so
right.
you only get one, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So
Okay.
we're using these little ceramic ramekins.
Yep, here at the City Tavern we use pewter because it would be more historically accurate, but
Right.
I assume most people have,
Have the ramekins.
some sort of
and
ramekin
they're
at
easy.
home.
I've even seen these in the dollar store.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
so
and they make them, white, glass, whatever you
Right,
do.
so
Glass
they're-
might be kind of interesting
Glass would
actually.
become, you could see everything, down
on the
underneath
inside.
that.
That's
Oh,
right.
see all that juice bubbling down there? Wouldn't that
Oh,
be great?
yeah.
So we add these in.
Yep, and just, you don't have to pack them too much, but just
Right.
make sure there's not a whole lot of extra room in there so the topping stays on top.
Oh, right. You don't want it going down and getting gooey down in it. See, there's that word
Right,
again, gooey. Okay, so we don't want it getting gooey.
Okay.
So we packed our ramekins.
That's right. Pull our
And then we're
topping out of the
topping that-
fridge.
oh,
So as you
this
can
looks
see, it just
good.
remains that crumbly texture. And we'll just go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
just kind of gently pile it on top. You don't have to go nuts. It doesn't have to be, a mountain of
Mm-hmm. Right.
topping. But enough.
That looks good. And you know what? You're right about the pumpkin seeds because that little green color
it comes through, doesn't it?
it really does come through.
Yeah.
It's
a
very,
nice-
looks very
nice
just
touch.
really nice. It's
Okay.
perfect for fall or for winter, really.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Can we put a little more over there? I don't want him to
Absolutely.
feel left out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we have that all ready to go. Goes in the
That's
oven, right?
In the oven, 350 degrees
And we're
for
gonna-
about 15 minutes.
15 minutes,
or
and we're
so.
going to put all of these recipes on our Facebook page for you so that you can duplicate this at home. So this goes here, and we have them ready.
Voila!
Voila! Ah,
Here we have
perfection!
the finished product.
Oh, these
Absolutely
are
delightful.
just gorgeous.
And
Do we
you
have
can
a
see the little
spoon?
toast.
Let me
Absolutely.
taste this. Oh, now, would you add a little bit of ice cream to this?
Oh, by all means, a cinnamon ice cream, a vanilla.
Some whipped
Whatever
cream.
your favorite is.
Sprinkle with a little bit of ginger on top. Oh,
Yes,
wouldn't that be
I
fabulous?
love the way you think.
So we can just dig. I like to go straight down into it so I get everything.
That's right, the
I have
perfect bite.
That's the perfect bite. I have my apples. I have the crunchy topping. I have the oatmeal. I've got the pumpkin seeds. I can see the sesame seeds throughout this. This is amazing.
Okay. Does it pass the test? Okay.
This is so good.
Thank you. Thank you.
The apples cooked up perfectly, which amazes me. They didn't get mushy. They're not too crunchy. They're just perfect. And it looks gorgeous.
Thank you.
And everybody gets their own. I think you really hit a home run with this one.
Okay, great.
I'm loving this. We're going to do 2 more.
That's right.
I'm so excited about that. So stay with us, because when we come back, we have something that's made with chocolate.
Yes.
And we have a real surprise for you at the end. So stay with us on Living Well, because we are cooking in the kitchen. Welcome back to Living Well, where we are cooking the foods of our founding fathers, right?
That's right.
We've made and I'm here with Diana Wolkow, who is the pastry chef here at City Tavern, and we made a great cobbler, and now we're making little devils, or as the correct word is
Diablo 10.
Diablo 10.
That's right.
And it's a quickie, right?
Very simple, the easiest and most delicious chocolate candy recipe you'll ever make.
So if you want to look good in front of your friends, make this one. They'll think you spent all night in the kitchen, right?
That's right. There's 3 ingredients, so that, the utmost of importance for them to be high quality. So we have chocolate here, good dark chocolate, somewhere 58% or above.
Okay, and that cacao level is really important for all of you chocolate nerds out there.
That's right.
58%, 60 might even be a little better, but certainly 58% cacao in your chocolate.
Yes.
And we've got dried cherries.
That's correct.
Which really give a snap and that sweet tart flavor.
Yeah, they balance the chocolate very well
and
that way.
we've got almonds.
Toasted almonds.
Toasted almonds.
Absolutely.
So like you said, though, only 3 ingredients. They all better be really good.
That's right. That's right. And they can be whatever you want.
Right.
You could use, dried cranberries and walnuts, whatever it is you feel. Just make sure they're
But don't
delicious.
scrimp on the quality,
That's right?
Okay.
So we've just melted our chocolate here. There's no measurements for this. It's just however many you need to feed.
And you did this in what you call the bain-marie, right? Which is a water bath, basically. So we melted this chocolate over a pot of water.
That's exactly right.
Water, not boiling water, simmering
That's
water,
right. Boil it, turn it off, put your bowl on top, make sure it fits on top of the pot, not inside the pot. Because as we know, water and chocolate
do not mix, so do not get any water in your chocolate. It will seize up.
That's right.
You will have a mess that you just have to put in the trash, right?
That's exactly right.
So that's our other tip for you.
Yep.
So we're going
to add. Really just that easy. Melt the chocolate. Toss in some cherries.
These are so good.
Toss in some almonds.
Those are really fresh too.
Thank you.
These are, again, fresh ingredients, good fresh ingredients. So we mix the chocolate with our nuts. And again, you can do raisins. You can do dried blueberries.
Absolutely. Whatever
cut up figs,
pleases your palate.
Dates.
That's right. And then
you decide.
Gently mix it together.
Mix it together.
And you just want to make sure you've got enough of everything so that it's coated. You don't want it to run all over the place, otherwise your little clusters will fall apart.
Okay.
And
then we just take
2 spoons.
So this is where a little technique comes in, right?
Yeah, if you want to call it that,
right,
sure.
Okay. So we just put them on a pan lined with parchment paper.
That's exactly right. We'll toss them in the fridge for just a minute or 2. They'll set up beautifully, and you can make them whatever size you want. You could even spread it all out and cut it later. Then you see the little bits in between, but I happen to really enjoy just a little bite-sized piece.
Oh, this is perfect. So then you end up with these beautiful things. They look like they came from a professional candy maker. Now you obviously are a professional, but you can make these at home and look really good to your guests, right?
Yes, just a few minutes. That's all it takes. And something that really would have been enjoyed by our forefathers, given that they had a little bit more money or prestige, so they would have been able to afford the chocolate and the fancy ingredients.
Good. They look like you were in your kitchen all night cooking for your guests. This is perfect. You should try this. Let me taste this. Perfect. Chocolate is absolutely perfect. The crunch is there. This is so good. I'm gonna have to stop eating so we can move on to our next dish. We are now going to make a really special dessert, blancmange. It's an 18th century dessert that's unique because it's stark white. very unusual for that period. It's essentially milk, sugar, vanilla, and get this, rum. So this is going to be really fun, right, Diana?
That's right, that's right. This is definitely not one that you see on a regular basis. But here at the City Tavern, not quite a staple, but for special occasions, I love it.
This is a perfect one to pull out, and I can smell the rum already.
Oh yes, that's right. We're going to shake it up just a little bit again, and instead we're going to lose a little bit of the stark whiteness.
Okay.
But we're going to use almond milk, organic almond milk.
So that'll make it a little
really
more off-white, right?
That's right, yeah, and not too bad.
But a
And we
little
still-
healthier.
Yes, slightly healthier.
I think we can sacrifice the stark whiteness for that.
I think so too. Our forefathers would approve.
I
So what
think
we're
they
going to
would.
do is start with our almond milk and a little bit of whole milk.
Whole milk. Okay, give it a little body, right?
That's right. So we've got 3 3/4 cups of almond milk.
Almond milk, okay. So we
Going
mix
into
that.
the pot here, and the remaining 1/4 cup we're going to put in here with our rum.
Ah, there you
Yes,
go. Okay.
good dark rum.
Good dark rum.
Delicious. Okay, we'll set that aside.
Reminiscent of the islands, right?
That's right.
Okay.
So, and over our little mixture here, so we have the rum and a little 1/4 cup of the milk. We have some powdered gelatin,
A little
unflavored.
powdered gelatin, okay.
Right, so as I mentioned, it is a
So
custard.
this is going to give us our oomph in there. That's going to make it a custard, right?
That's right, it's going to...
So you're just sprinkling it on top so that it can soften, or as you said to me earlier, so it can bloom,
That's
right?
exactly right. We
Okay.
got to get the gelatin into
So here's
a workable
another
form.
tip. Just layer that gelatin right on top of the liquid.
That's
and
right.
it will begin to soften and bloom. And that's going to give you the consistency of the gelatin, right?
Exactly. That's going to help
Okay.
set the whole thing. So
Got
we'll
it.
set this aside. It needs
Okay.
about 10 minutes to really
Do
get
its thing.
fully
Right.
soft. So we'll
Okay.
set her over there. And to our milks here, we have 2 vanilla beans.
Ah, okay.
Key,
Very
absolutely
important.
has to be.
So, and this
Full
is,
vanilla.
we don't want to use vanilla extract. We
No.
certainly don't want to use artificial vanilla.
Oh no.
And we really don't even want to use vanilla paste for this, do we?
No,
we
it's a
want
good
the
second choice,
flecks
but-
of this vanilla bean, right?
That is exactly
so you're
right.
opening that and just
And pod and seeds.
and the seeds go
straight
in.
into the
I
pot.
love that. Okay.
You
so
just-
it goes right down the middle.
Yep,
You know, this is
right
really one of
down
my
the
favorite
middle.
things to do. It's very therapeutic to do this, isn't it?
It is. It's a little bit more time consuming,
But boy, I tell you, you can smell that vanilla when it opens.
Oh,
so in they
absolutely
go.
worth it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. So now we're just going to take it over to
Over
the
to the stove. Okay.
and we're going to put it just on the lowest of low heats.
All right.
You don't want to scorch, simmer, boil any part of this mixture.
Just
So-
enough to warm it.
Just enough to warm it. That's
Okay.
exactly right. Okay, so that's
Got it.
good. And we've got our bain marie heating up in the
Bain
back.
Marie's heating in the back.
That's right. We're going to
Okay.
use that to
Okay.
melt down our gelatin.
All right. So,
So here we are with our gelatin that's been
Okay.
fully absorbed by the liquid.
It's all
ready to
softened and ready to salt.
That's
Okay.
exactly right. So we're
Got
going to
it.
take it over here
Okay.
to our bain marie.
Okay.
And we're going to shut off that flame. No, we're not.
and we're going to put that in. We're
That's
going to put it
right.
right over the water.
Right over the water. It will slowly melt
Okay.
and become a liquid that we can add to our milk here.
Got
So if you just hang here and watch that,
Okay.
I'll grab our honey.
All right.
So again, 1/2 cup of honey.
Half a cup of honey
Just gonna-
into the milk.
Into the milk.
Okay.
That's right. It's going to impart just enough sweetness to accent that good dark
Oh
rum.
yeah, it's looking good. Okay.
Okay. And then just
stir that.
in
Oh.
gently.
Okay.
Beautiful. And again, you really, I can't stress enough, you don't want this to boil.
Don't want it to boil.
You just want it to
Okay.
get to the point
And-
that the honey
it.
melts.
And then where do we go with our gelatin?
Okay, the gelatin is going to come straight into this pot.
Really? Wow.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Another reason why you don't want this to boil,
Okay.
because you don't really want to boil gelatin. It can destroy and break down some
The
of the
structure of it.
proteins.
Got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
We're about
So
there.
okay, are we almost there? And we're going to put our.
That's right.
Oh,
So this
is that
is-
ready now?
It's just about there.
Okay.
So while that continues to melt down a little bit,
Okay. So these two elements are going to come together.
yes,
Here.
they
Okay.
sure are. Okay, in just another moment. So what I did is I got some of these beautiful little cups
how
over
lovely.
here.
Okay.
Aren't they adorable?
They are beautiful.
Yeah, so we're going to use those. You could use
Okay.
a big vessel, small vessel, really doesn't matter.
Okay.
And you could also mold this and pour it into like a gelatin mold
Okay.
and unmold it that way and serve it. It will hold its gelatin, but
Okay.
I prefer a little glass.
Little glass.
Gives you-
Very, very
again,
lovely.
Yes, again with the portion control.
Okay.
That's okay. So
So-
I'm just going to take this right off of here
And put that in.
in here. That's right. Okay. You really want to make sure you get every last bit.
And then, right? Okay.
Okay.
And stir it, right?
That is correct. Stir it up, and we'll just strain it through a fine metal strainer, fine mesh strainer,
And then what? How do we get it into these little things?
with our pitcher, our glass pitcher.
There we go. Okay.
Absolutely. Okay, so this has come together. Very simple. And if you stuck your finger in there, you can tell it's really just barely warm at all.
Oh, just, you're right.
Yep. And
But it's
that's-
still coming together.
That's
Ooh,
exactly
and it
right.
tastes so good.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So we strain this.
That's right. We're going to use our fine mesh here. If you'll actually
I'll hold this for
that
you.
for me, that would
Okay.
be perfect. And try not to make too much of a mess. A little bit's okay.
Okay. It's a kitchen. It's got to be messy, right?
That's
Okay,
right.
so we strain that in.
Perfect. And I'll just toss that
Okay.
right over here, out of our way.
And then into our glasses.
Right into the glasses, please.
Okay. How lovely is this? Oh, how beautiful.
And then they just go straight into the fridge, and I'm going to go grab the ones that I made
Okay.
earlier.
Oh, isn't this beautiful? So, we're going to get the finished product here. Oh, I can't tell you how pretty these are going to look. Look at this.
Just
Oh,
adorable.
and they
Got some fresh
just chill
mint here.
perfectly like this.
That's right. And I mean, really, if you
So
want to
this-
get crazy with it, it's not going
Right,
anywhere.
This becomes this. Isn't
That's right. And,
And a
you know,
little bit of chocolate
little chocolate
on top.
garnish. I've got some mint there.
Oh.
You could slice up some fresh fruit or berries, whatever it
It's
is.
perfect. We have really enjoyed doing these desserts. And when we come back, we're going to enjoy all that we have made. So stay with us. Welcome back to Living Well, where we have cooked some amazing things. Diana, thank you for showing us the decadence and nutrition can coexist. The things we cooked here today are really the kinds of foods we could serve to any special guest. You've also shown us that the founding fathers ate pretty darn well, didn't they?
They sure did.
I mean, we've really cooked some great stuff. There is the cobbler.
That's right, ginger apple cobbler, and the little devil with the
Oh, I
cherry
love
and
those
cherry
little
and
devils.
almonds, and of course the vanilla bean blancmange.
Blancmange. So we have really prepared the perfect things, and thank you for traveling back into history with us as we cooked in the pastry kitchen of the City Tavern. Pay them a visit soon. And while you're here, enjoy, as Chef Walter Stave would say, a taste of history. See you next time on Living Well with me, Pat Nogar.